Hi, thanks for checking our channel here. This is going to be a repair video on this particular low bar. This is a Tru-Test MP800 low bar. It's got a bad load cell in it. These load cells by Tru-Test, the MP600s, the MP800s, the HD1010s, and then they got the newer big bars, the HD5Ts. The HD1010 and 800s and 600 bars aren't too bad to work on. The worst part of them are the bolts that are on top here. They have 4 Allen head bolts, and they are a real nightmare to get out. You can spray them down, do all this stuff. This is what they look like. I had to go buy 3 new ones, but that's what they look like right there. They have a 6mm hex, like like an Allen head, but they got this big old thread on there with a small head thing on there. They're almost doomed from the get-go because you put them in there and tighten them up. They put some copper anti-seize on there, but they still get stuck, and you can spray them down. But these things are recessed down in there, flush with the original, with the load cell. That the penetrate can't get down there to do anything, and they just get bound up tight. And you can take. I tried using we got this about 2-foot breaker bar here with the bit on there. That it broke one loose out of the 4, and the other 3 were in there tight. And if you try too hard, you're going to break the bit off in the bolt, and then you're in a whole nother mess to deal with. So. There's different ways to try to get them out, but we took it to a place and they helped us out and got them out of there for us. An impact thing, it won't hardly ever touch them. Maybe you'll get lucky if you got like a 3/4 inch air impact. Maybe that might break it loose. But I even with a piece of pipe on the end of this to give herself an extra foot or so, it didn't touch it. It just push and hold it there, and it ain't gonna go. And if you try too hard, you're gonna break it. So now we got the load cell. I got the bolts out of there. We got the foot plates on the bottom. We got those pulled off. Now we just need to get this cord out. So you need a Phillips screwdriver or a drill with a Phillips bit on there. And you take the screws out the side. There's 2 of them, 1 on each side. And then that bolts in there. We got to take that out. That's kind of pretty loose, so because there's a nut that's inside this piece here at the end there on both ends, but typically you only have to take out the one end. Come on, a long ass bolt. And then you need a flat screwdriver. I need to free up my third hand here, or my second hand here. Let me plug this fence box. Set it to the side. Get this over here. Bars, they're about 30 inches long. All right, I need set this here. I can't find my hammer. Oh, I got a hammer right here. Let's get my hammer out right here. I'm going to put it in a little crease there. But get between the metal and that plastic, and then just kind of work it off there. To get most of the way, you can use this wiggle. Nope, still stuck. There we go. There it comes, and then like I said, you got that nut right there. You got this piece here, slides off. There's a nut. That way you can get the cord out of there. The whole load cell right out of there. There's the original load cell. You got all your wirings inside there, your strain gauges and transducers and stuff inside there. It's full of this gel epoxy stuff. There's not really any way to get in to fix that, I guess, unless you dug it all out carefully, because it's fine wires inside there. Who knows if you can even fix it once you got into that thing. They were never meant to be repaired. They were meant to just be replaced. So here's a new load cell. So we're going to slide this in. And we'll get, come on. I just got to get all the holes to line up. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some of this on here. Just picked it up. And we're going to put a little dab right there. Put it underneath the head of the bolt. And just a little bit on the threads. A little bit goes a long way. But first I need to get some of these other bolt holes to line up. Got 2 down here and 2 at the other end. That one's pretty lined up, so we'll get that one in. This is the other bolt we thought about using. It's the same thread pitch. It's a M10 size bolt with a I think it's a 1.5 thread pitch, and it will physically fit down inside there to a point. We'll try one real quick, because it might be, down the road, if this thing ever had to be worked on again another 10 or 15 years. At least it might be easier to get a hex bolt out versus one of these. All right, gonna go down the other end here that you can't see, out of camera, out of frame. I don't know where my drill's at, because now I can have to put these in by hand. I got the right bit. Got a breaker bar here, but I don't have my drill isn't close by. Okay, we're just gonna halfway tighten it up. And this one, I'm gonna go down here. And I'm gonna put one more of these in there at the other end. And we'll spread that on underneath the head of the bolt. And then we'll run a little bead across there. And as it runs around the threads, it'll sit there and get all, and then little grooves on the threads, as well as the threads of the load cell itself. Yeah, I hear you, cat. I gotta find my socket that'll fit this, but I've been cleaning shop and rearranging and stuff here the last little while. Some stuff is not where it should be. I've used these hex bolts before. The good thing is they're raised up, and if these things are a nightmare to get out, these ones will probably be a little easier because you can get a socket on there, bite down and take it out that way. Snug these, put this one in as well. Put some stuff on that one. Then we'll I don't know what the torque specs is on this, but I just make it snug, but don't frickin' be He-Man and overdo it. Just make it snug and stop. It's probably like, 40, 60, 70 foot-pounds, probably what it is. But don't, just be smart. Don't be frickin' He-Man with it. Just snug it up. Don't overdo it. Okay, now we're ready to put in that end plate. So we need this on there. And then we need, oops. Let's go back a little bit. Give myself a little room here. I'll put that nut in there in a second. We got to get this. All right, how's that going in? Let's see. It goes in like this, I believe. Like that. Let's flip this little bar over. Come on. Gotta get that nut in there first. Okay. There's that. Actually, we're gonna just so it doesn't happen in the future on this one, I'm putting just a little bit of this at the end there. And there's another one down here at the other end. We're going to go ahead and bead of it down there on that one. And as it twirls around inside there, it's going to go all the way through the threads on both the nut in there and the threads on the terminal bolt, or that bolt there. Where's the lid for this? Find it later. All right, the only thing left to do with this thing would be to put the feet on the bottom. And I had one guy, we did this years ago, we put these type of bolts in there, and I was like, well, you know, I sent him back the original ones and said, hey, if these are too high, you know, where it's bumping into something, you can't mount it in there, you know, take them out, put the other ones in there. But he said, no, it worked out fine, because this thing, these bolts at the end here are set up higher than those. So if that's going to be higher than that one, then these ones are fine. So while people are like, oh, you put the other right bolts in there, doesn't hurt anything. You'll be just fine. Excuse me. So, but other than that, we're ready to go. We put the feet back on there, hook it back up to a scale, and double check it. But we'll do that off camera. But if you got got one of these low bars you want to have worked on, put a link down in the description area below, and you're welcome to send it to us or call me up, and as long as you get these bolts out, it's 4 here. The rest of it's pretty easy. But these are the ones that'll fight you. So be careful. Don't freaking overdo it and break a bit off inside there. It's a 6mm Allen head bit that you'll need. And like I said, we use this one here, impact style. It's a little stronger. But I broke off these bits inside there. They'll usually come out. The bit piece will usually fall out of there. If you tap on it, knock it, it'll fall out of there. But it is Allen head, not a Torx. So make sure you clean it any kind of gunk down inside there. But you can spray it with penetrant, some W40 PB blaster, but 90% of it doesn't even touch down inside because it's such a recessed area there. Such a closed mating surface there. There's not hardly any room for that WD-40 or whatever to get down in there and eat at whatever's got it stuck. So, but anyways, I wish they would use a little bit bigger opening. Maybe instead of a 6, maybe an 8 or a 10, and then you'd have a little bit more bite surface area, and you wouldn't break off so many bits, or we don't have such a hard time getting those loose. But anyways, until next time, see you later. Remember to like and subscribe.